Hello agents, it's time to have a look what the vendor reset has brought us this week. But before we do that, I want to apologise for last week's lack of vendor reset video. If you were waiting for that, I apologise if you're looking out for one. I basically forgot all about it because of the raid and everything that came out. It completely slipped my mind. I was just concentrating on doing the raid, on sorting my builds out. I only realised a couple of days ago that I'd forgotten to do it, but it was a bit too late by then. So I thought I'd keep it up again this week. So here it is. Let's go shopping. Once again, this week we will start off at the White House vendor, and in here we've got a Wyvern backpack. It comes rolled with 6% critical hit chance, just under 13,000 armor roll, 4% weapon damage, and hard hitting. Hard hitting is always a good talent to go to if you want to increase your damage to elite, especially if you are doing the raid. It has also got a Gilligard mask. It comes with 15,500 health and an additional 23% hazard protection. Gilligard always a good brand to go to if you want to improve the defensive attributes on your build. There's also a black market RPK74 here. It comes all with Spike. Spike is always a good talent to go to if you are using a skill build. Headshot kills grant an additional 35% skill damage for 20 seconds. And let's go and have a look at the blueprint vendor, which is now around here. Oh. It appears this vendor was robbed on her way to the White House this morning, but usually what she'd have here are the blueprints for the skill mods and things like that. In the past she's had the, when they changed it, she had the purple and the blue blueprints for the skill mods. I've had them. Obviously you can only buy them once, but that is the kind of thing that would be in here. Onto the clan vendor, and in here we've got an Heraldi backpack. This comes rolled with 9% weapon damage. Weapon damage is a really good roll to have on your backpack, and an essential really if you are doing the raid. If you're doing the raid, you should have weapon damage rolled onto your backpack and on your chest. There isn't anything else that special really in here apart from this Richter and Kaiser holster. It's got a 10% critical hit damage roll on it. Other than that, that's it. But your clan vendor may be different to mine, so it might be worth it checking out what you've got in yours. Into the theatre, not much in here. There's a Providence backpack, 16,600 health roll, hard hitting on there as well. Onto the campus, and there's a couple of pieces worth having a look at here. One of them is this Richter and Kaiser holster. It comes rolled with 14.5% critical hit chance. It also has devastating rolled as its talent for an additional 5% weapon damage. A really good talent to use. I'd recommend having at least one on your build, especially if you are doing the raid. It can come in handy to add to your DPS. I've got it rolled onto my holster there. Devastated is also one of the talents that can pop up on the projects, where it asks you to donate a certain talent. They don't come about too often when you're farming about, so it might be worth picking up a couple for that reason, in case that project turns up anytime soon. There's also a Vector SMG, can roll with Strained. Strained is a really good talent if you are used to fighting with low armor or no armor at all. Maybe you're used to running Berserk. It's a really good talent to have on your weapon. With that, 5% critical hit damage is gained for every 10% of your armor that is depleted. So as an example, if you are sitting there with no armor at all, you will be getting an additional 50% critical hit damage, which is a massive amount of damage. Onto DZ East, and the only thing worth looking at here I think is this Petrov chess piece. It's got quite a mixed bag of attributes. It's got 443 skill power, 13,100 armor, 2.5% weapon damage and 7.5% headshot damage, so it might be an improvement on one of your attributes. You can pick this up. It's also got Bloodsucker as a talent. Depleting an enemy's armor adds a stack of 25% bonus armor for 10 seconds. Max stack is 6, but if you are running with 11 defensive attributes, the likelihood is you are running Unbreakable, which is a better talent than this. I'm running Unbreakable on this build at the moment, but that's a good talent nonetheless anyway. On to DZ South, and there isn't really anything in here this week, unless you want 6.5 critical hit chance on your chest, 378 skill power there as well, 6% shotgun damage on these gloves. Other than that, there's not much point coming in here. Into DZ West, and it might be worth coming here if you are running or building a skill build. There is an Heraldi holster here with 19% cooldown reduction. quite a high number on that there. There's also capacitive as a talent, another skill talent. There is a Petrov chess piece that has got 661 skill power, and this also has capacitive as a talent, so there's a couple of capacitives you can put on your build there. There's also a G36 assault rifle. It comes with Ranger, Allegro and Rooted. Ranger is a really good talent to have on an assault rifle. For every 5 meters you are from the target, it grants an additional 2% weapon damage. Might be worth picking a couple of them up. And finally this week, let's see what Cassie's got to offer. She's currently in the West End for me, but she'll be moving again in a few hours, but it might be worth checking to see if she's still there for you. She's got a Wyvern backpack, 6% critical hit chance, 14,000 armour and 4% weapon damage, hard hitting and on the ropes as its talent. On the ropes is a really good talent, it's getting a lot more popular. Weapon damage is increased by 25% while all skills are on cooldown. You do need 7 utility attributes for this one to proc though, but if you've got that on your build, it's definitely worth throwing on the ropes onto your bag. Murakami Industries gloves, critical as its talent for an additional 5% critical hit damage. Good talent to use on PvP builds or just to increase your critical hit damage in general. 2 named weapons this week. One of them is the Rail Splitter, which is an CTAR assault rifle, measured, extra and Wascali as its talent, solid walnut for the Rail Splitter as its unique skin. Measured is a really good talent actually. The top half of the magazine has a plus 20% rate of fire and minus 20% weapon damage. The bottom half of the magazine has minus 20% rate of fire and plus 30% weapon damage. I've got this on a couple of my assault rifles. It's a really good talent for increasing your DPS. Lightning Rod, which is a custom PF45 pistol. This comes rolled with salvage, stable and transmission and has retro as its unique skin. I will be picking these up to collect them as I do